What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be watching and reacting to Echo Season 1 Episode 5, which is titled Maya. It's a pretty fitting episode name for the final episode. And I've been making fun of how short these episodes are recently, and this one is literally 34 minutes, and that's including credits. So that means it's probably going to be like 29 minutes long. Like, it's insane to me. I have no idea why that's happening, but hopefully this ends the show in a decent way. I would love to see some sort of, I don't know. I'm not even sure where Maya's going because she was leaving. I don't know if she's going back to New York City just to, you know, continue with what she was trying to do before. I don't know, but let's just check this out. Hopefully it ends this season decently. So yeah. Want to see the full on reaction? That'll be my Patreon. Link to that is in the description down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's watch. Aw, not the bird. You did not find it hurt. You did that yourself. It's that bird we've been seeing throughout the show quite a bit. Yeah, she knows. Yeah, sometimes kids just don't fully understand what they're doing sometimes, I guess, you know. Interesting, she's telling her we don't hurt living things, and then that's what she ends up becoming due to Kingpin's influence. Oh yeah, she had healing abilities. I forgot about that. So that should theoretically be a power that Maya has as well, right?
Please, let me help.
Oh shit.
I haven't seen you around before. Are you here for the powwow?
Yes, you could say that.
People come from all over for our Choctaw Nation powwows.
Is that right? Your necklace. It's American Sign Language. It says I love you.
Oh, you sign?
I try for my niece.
Oh, I learned for my daughter.
So she doesn't know who Kingpin. I guess not everyone's gonna know who Kingpin is, but
I keep it up now for my granddaughter.
Well, tell me about her.
Her name's Maya.
yep. Oh, she still had that on? He could have been tracking it, but I guess not. I don't know. So yeah, she didn't go to New York City. For some reason, I thought she was gonna go on her own to New York City, but that wouldn't make sense. Oh shit. Zane. Yep. Okay. Oh, wait, that was her mother. So stupid. For some reason, I thought it was her sister. I forgot what her sister looked like. I mean, it's good casting because they do look alike. Yeah, so basically all of their powers echo through her. Explains the name of her character pretty perfectly. Is she like that in the comics? Is that what her character's like? I have no idea. Oh, that's her suit? Oh shit. She found the perfect place to hide. And I doubt they'll suspect her to be in there, so there you go. I don't know how she got in there though.
Biscuits, any word from Maya?
No, but there's some creepy guy here, and he brought a whole bunch of
holos in, and I don't know, man. They're up to no good. I know it.
Listen, Biscuit.
It's about to get dangerous. Do you have a gun or a weapon?
A weapon?
I don't think he does.
I got something even better.
What does he have? Oh shit. Yep. Yeah, I'm telling you, her sister looks a lot like her mother. It's good casting. He's like, that's kind of fishy. Guys staying on top of an RV. Oh shit. Oh, he did that? Well, I guess okay. Oh. I thought they were talking about what was it? I thought they were talking about her mother. I thought maybe he somehow ordered the brakes to be cut, but that was so long ago, so that wouldn't really make sense. I don't even think Kingpin knew who she was back then. But yeah, the father thing, yeah, okay, there was a more of a connection there, yeah, okay. Even though it wasn't technically Kingpin who did it, it was, you know, Hawkeye. But you know, we saw all that in Hawkeye. It just messed me up because I thought he said mother. Oh shit. What the hell? Oh, so she can give it to her sister? And her... Oh, well I guess it's like echoing through them, okay. That's the other... yeah. Oh my god, he's got an RPG.
Wait, what?
Oh! That's gonna look like a firework. Damn! I'm surprised she doesn't just kill him right here. Oh, putting him back here so he can relive some of his worst memories.
I keep this with me. It's to remind myself where I come from and what I had to do to get there. I am not who you want me to be!
Damn. Well, shit. Well, I guess he's gonna leave before the cops come. Okay. It's a nice little moment there. That's the end. I was told there's an after credits scene, so we should probably check that out. Race for mayor. Isn't he gonna run for mayor?
There are legitimate problems in the city right now, and the voters want somebody who understands the pain they're going through, who understands the frustration they're going through.
Exactly right. A bare-knuckled brawler would do well in this race. An outsider, somebody who is not a...
I'm sorry, that's kind of terrible. It's like it's too contrived. That's like the most contrived thing.
Is that candidate even out there?
I hate this. Oh, this is so bad.
That's what the poll is telling us. It could be anybody's race.
That's like the most cliche like scene I've ever seen. Oh my god, I hate that. But like you know in shows and movies sometimes where that happens, the person turns on like the television at the perfect time for something to say the exact information that person needs at that moment. But to make it even worse, like they're describing exactly who Kingpin. I don't know. It just sounds so contrived. But I did hear some rumors that the whole story of Daredevil Born Again was going to involve him running for mayor, which has a lot of holes in and of itself. I mean, you go back to the Daredevil series, which is why I kept saying to myself, like, I don't feel like those shows really work as canon to the MCU in the way that everyone wants them to be. And they have recently came out and said that they are canon. And they didn't come out and say it necessarily. More like they just alluded to it by throwing them in the MCU timeline on Disney Plus and also just like the promotional stuff. And obviously there's connections to the storylines and stuff as well. But some of it definitely throws some plot holes there because, like, okay, he was in prison at the end of season 3. I mean, he was in prison even before that. Obviously, there's a lot of police corruption, everything like that was going on in season 3 that led to him being able to kind of get out of his position, but he was still in custody for the most part. And like the whole thing about that season was really interesting. But then him getting put in jail again and then somehow getting out, like, how is he just going to suddenly run for mayor? Like, I don't really know how that's going to work. I don't really understand realistically how that makes any sense, but I guess we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully it will make sense in the context of that show when we get to Daredevil Born Again. Now, as for Echo, and I want to make this clear, like, I try to be as optimistic as possible as we go through the episodes, which is why you rarely hear me complain in reactions, because I like to give everything the benefit of the doubt. Maybe my complaints will have answers later on, and I don't want to throw in a bunch of complaints, ruining my reaction experience just with complaining the whole time if I didn't like certain things, right? So I like to usually keep my criticisms to the end. And I was actually really enjoying a lot of the show, especially the first episode. I think the first episode is the strongest of the entire season, surprisingly. And not because Daredevil was in it. I know people are going to say, oh, it's because Daredevil. No, honestly, even take out the Daredevil part. I really liked some of the other scenes in that episode. Was it great? No. But I think it was a pretty good episode. Episode 2 and most of 3. I think 3 was probably the second strongest episode. But 2 was very, very slow and just mainly focused on development for some of these characters. But I think my issue is that none of these characters really felt enough like cohesion with each other. Like they show these characters at the very end here, kind of all sitting together. And like I felt no emotional connection to that because none of these characters have ever really interacted enough to the point where I really cared about their connection. You know what I mean? Obviously, individually, Maya and those certain characters, sure. Even then, those scenes were few and far between because this show felt so incredibly rushed. And it has one of the worst cases of the MCU show syndrome, which is what I'm going to call it, where it's this problem that the MCU shows have, most of them, not all of them, is this problem they have where they're too long and too drawn out to be considered enough of a length for a film, but they're also not drawn out enough for it to actually work as a series and for you to actually have enough development with these characters for a lot of these scenes to work. And this show kind of sits in probably the worst position where I feel like they could have just turned this into a movie. I mean, just even let's just look at the run times of these episodes. So we have, you have to subtract like 7 minutes from each of these because usually the credits last about a couple minutes and the opening credits are also, there's like a recap segment. So you have to subtract some time from this. So first episode, let's say, is around 45 minutes. The second one's around, well, let's say they're all around 30 plus, like 35 maybe. So if they're all 30, let me do the math. That's 150 minutes, which is a little over 2 hours. Am I doing that right? Yeah. Okay. So that's like a little over 2 hours. And then you add up some of the other episodes because they're obviously longer than 30 minutes. You'd probably end up with like a 3.5 hour runtime for this series. That's nearly the length of a movie. And you could definitely trim some of these episodes. I feel like there's definitely a lot of, like the first episode has a lot of Hawkeye recap. You could have trimmed the recapping stuff. You could have trimmed some of the individual scenes here. There were some scenes that I watched and I thought to myself, what was even the point of that scene? They existed here. So you could have scrapped it enough to make this into a movie. And a movie would have likely had a bigger budget, theatrical experience. It would have probably worked better as that. Would people care enough to see it? Probably not. It'd probably do horrible at the box office, which is one of the reasons why they decided to put it here. But maybe they could have just made it like a Disney Plus special, where it's a movie, it's a film. It's not like a presentation like Werewolf by Night. It's not like that. It's a full movie. It's just on Disney Plus. I think it could have worked fine there. Or turn this into an actual series, and the whole show would have had to been rewritten quite a bit. And it seems like they did cut out a lot. I mean, you can tell by watching this, the pacing was kind of off for quite some time. They definitely trimmed a lot of it. So it should have just either been a longer series or turned into a movie, one or the other. Now, is a 5-episode series with like 30 to 40 minute episodes, is that possible to work? Sure, it is. I just don't think this works. I don't think the way the show was done worked all that well. I think the Kingpin scenes were really good. I enjoyed those scenes. I think a lot of what with Maya's character herself was pretty good. The TVMA rating, honestly, there were some scenes that were really cool with that, but they could have gotten away with making this PG-13 and just cutting out a couple of those scenes. Like it wouldn't have changed the show that much. This was not that dark. It was not that violent. It was not that gory. You really didn't need to have the TVMA, but I'm glad they did it nonetheless. I'm not going to say they shouldn't have done TVMA. I'm just saying if it's your first MCU TVMA project, you probably should have gone a little further with it, at least in my opinion. But overall, I think this is okay. I think the show would get a rating of like a 6 out of 10, maybe like a 5.5. It wouldn't be very high for me personally, but I do think there is some stuff to love from this, and I did enjoy my time watching it for the most part. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. I will see you guys on my next one. Peace out.